Hello, before I dive into today's video, I have to say this. If Black Americans build America under chains, just imagine what we could do if we have freedom, if we have unity of Black Americans, Caribbeans, and Africans. What could we build? Just imagine that.
We have come up with black agendas, but we've been looking to the wrong people to fulfill our agenda. White folk are rich and powerful, the rich and powerful, because black folk worked for 310 years as chattel slaves and got not one day's pay. I could call out the rich and the powerful whose riches have been gotten on our backs.
That's right.
But I'll save that for another time. The point is, the present generation of whites did not do this.
Welcome back to my YouTube space. Thank you so much for being here. For the returning subscribers, thank you so much. For the new subscribers, please kindly don't forget to subscribe. And for those who are sending me super thanks, thank you so much for the support. I appreciate. Today's video, I'm diving into something most powerful, and it's a most powerful message from Minister Louis Farrakhan to the white system, to Donald Trump, to respect Black people, to respect Black American. A message that up to now still hits hard decades later. You know that? He said this: you have no right to disrespect Black people. We built your country and we made America rich. That's if I say it in a direct way. And today we are breaking that all the way down, because this isn't just about the past, it's about recognition, it's about power and the future. It's what is going on right now. Sit tight, because we are about to get real on this video. But before we go down there, I want you to watch this clip from Louis Farrakhan, and then I'll come back here with my commentary. Make sure you watch until to the end, because more good is inside here.
Look at the world turning down on her. America is bankrupt. $13 trillion in debt. And if you figure Medicare and Medicaid, she's over $60 trillion in debt. She can never pay it. That's why she voted for $650 billion in armament, because she can't pay the debt. But she can bully those whom she is in debt to with fear over her military prowess. I'm here to tell you she's losing there too. Now I close. Our people need repair.
Yes.
We need repair from 310 years of chattel slavery, where black men were forced to be studs, to make black women pregnant, to make more slaves for the slave master. And that same unhealthy attitude of misusing our women and making babies that we have no desire to take care of is still with us. Willie Lynch, who gave the ways that we could keep being divided so that they could rule us for 1,000 years. That sickness is still with us. Yes, we got a black president, but brother said it was confusion. He confused the issue. But really, he never wants to lose the white vote. So if he loses the white vote, he don't care that you voted for him. But if he loses the white vote, he feels he will lose. Dear brother, if you're watching, out of love,
Out of love.
There it is. That's right.
you won't lose the white vote of those whites that really understand this problem. and know that this problem needs to be solved, and we can't keep relegating it to generation after generation because a few of us got a little money, a few of us got positions, a few of us have wealth, while the masses of our people are going steadily down. No one man can rise above the condition of his people.
Amen.
So, President Obama, this august body of brothers and sisters that really love you want you to use your bully pulpit, but then after you do that, then what about us? See, brother said responsibility. Is it that we should let them take responsibility to do for us, or should we pool the knowledge that's at the table, the power that's in our community, the wealth that's in our community to change the harsh reality of black life in America? He can create an atmosphere.
That's what it is.
But we have to do the job of fulfilling the black agenda. Thank you very much.
That is a perfect segue to this. Can y'all see this? What's that say?
Brainwash.
Say it again.
Brainwash.
One more again.
Brainwash.
Please welcome the author, Tom Burrell. There is a chapter in this book where you talk about the fact, Tom, that we black folk have been bred to be led.
Bred to be led.
We've been bred to be led. Tell me more.
Well, it starts with the idea, Tavis, that we were sold a bill of goods through false advertising back those 310 years ago that you're talking about. The myth of black inferiority. The idea, the big lie that somehow we were less than, not as good as white people. That was the claim. The thing that made it more devastating is the fact they put meat on those bones, and for the next 310 years waged a massive propaganda campaign through the media to substantiate that. The idea that we somehow were less than. The thing that makes it stick is that it is incessant, it never stops. As the media is developed, it is folded right into the media. The images that keep saying to us that we are indeed inferior. We bought it, and we not only bought it, but true to any kind of brainwashing, the brainwashed becomes a part of the brainwashing team. The abused become a part of the abusers. And that's where we are. We are the chief perpetrators of our own victimization. Okay? Now, in the chapter, we talk about disunity. All of the things that we're talking about as it relates to these problems, we would not be talking about if we were not bred to be disunited, to not work together, not to be together. We are 41 million people strong in this country. 41 million, that is a country. That is a country like Argentina, that is a country like Spain. We, in 2012, will be spending $1 trillion. That's the power that we have. Now, you can't tell me that with 41 million people united, with $1 trillion, we can't get what we need from this government, okay?
If in that process we get something, it won't be because the governing powers want it. It will be because we organized and forced a government to speak to our needs. Now, look, thank you for the question. You know, I want it clearly said in love that I love my brother. I voted for him. At 5 o'clock in the morning, I was out there with my wife voting for our brother. I, like you, am very proud that a black man sits in the White House.
That's all right, man. That's all right, man.
But I also understand very clearly, and we should understand that it is the White House. And until we exercise power to force that house to address our agenda. Now remember, our dear sister Julianne Malvo mentioned A. Philip Randolph. Man, that was long time ago. And the cry was jobs and justice. In the March on Washington in 1963, the cry was jobs and justice. In the 20-year anniversary of the March on Washington, the cry was jobs and justice. We are now in 2010. And what is the cry?
Jobs and justice.
Well, wait a minute. How long are you going to sit around begging white people to do for us what we have the power to do for ourselves? Excuse me. I'm quite passionate, so you all set me off. You know that. And I love it. But listen, an agenda is a program, a schedule, a timetable, a plan, a list, a scheme to accomplish a certain result. We have come up with black agendas, but we've been looking to the wrong people to fulfill our agenda. If Franklin Delano Roosevelt said to A. Philip Randolph, yeah, everything you told me is right. The Negroes need this, the Negroes are suffering that. Now you go out and make me do it. Do you think that having a black face in the White House means that we don't have to make him do it?
That's right.
Who surrounds him? Let me even go up a bit further. I just
It's all right. It's all right, Minister.
look. Our brother is brilliant. He got a good heart. I think he really loves America and wants to make America better. He wanted to ease the pain between America and the Muslim world. He wants to solve the problem of Israel and the Palestinians. He has the heart to want to make America better, but he's like that camel in the Quran that God warned the people, don't hamstring his camel. They didn't care what God wanted. They hamstrung the camel. Every one of our brothers and sisters that spoke today, we have a right to expect something from our brother. 97% of our people voted for him. Yes, there's trouble asset relief program, but there's no. There is still racist America between the money being sent down and it coming to those who need it most. If he does not use his bully pulpit to address that, we can fault him for that. But wait a minute. In love.
Everybody say it.
In love.
Say it again. One more again.
Okay, I want to deal with that word. Because love is bigger than some emotional feeling. The word love, you can change the vowel O to I and the consonant V to F. When you have love, real love, you have life.
Yes.
And that's why the scripture says we can tell that we have passed from death into life because we love the brotherhood. Okay? Now, I was with Elijah Muhammad one day, my teacher, and he said to me, brother, you're always talking about love. Define it for me. And I went into my Webster's emotional dictionary stuff. And he said, brother, where there is freedom, where there is justice, where there is equality, there is love and there is life. Our problem is we have been looking to the wrong source to give us freedom, justice, equality, love, and life.
Welcome back. Now, the message was clear. Black people, we tilled the soil, we picked cotton, we built the White House, we died in your wars, we were here, we built the country for you. Black Americans build America. It's just now they are trying to whitewash everything, but Black Americans, you know, it's not new to you. Now, it's not just a quota, it's history. It's history that Black people built the foundation of this country, America, brick by brick, dollar by dollar, body by body, through sweat and blood. And that's one of the things that Africans do not understand. When they judge Black Americans, and yet they are in America, they don't know. The people who are making Africans to have a comfortable life, the people who are making Latinos, Asian Americans, and all the other these immigrants to have that soft life, it's Black Americans. The sweat and blood of Black Americans is the one that built America. Now, it's not just about slavery. It's about the infrastructure to American wealth, or infrastructure of American wealth, from Wall Street to Washington to the cotton field of the South. Black labor built it all. Now, but somehow, Black people are still disrespected. And that's one of the things that I don't understand why, but Black people are still disrespected. Now, from 1619 to 1865, enslaved Africans made America rich, not just with cotton, but with blood, sweat, and skill. Cotton was America's #1 export in 1880s. And guess who picked it? Black people. 60% of US exports came from cotton, okay? And none of it was paid labor. It was free labor. And this free labor was from enslaved Africans, these black people, these black Americans that you don't respect. This message is not to white America only, even Africans, Latinos, Asians. You need to respect these black Americans because 60% of the country export was from cotton. And this cotton was picked by black people through sweat and blood, and none of them was paid even a single dollar. And banks profited off slave insurance. Colleges took money from slave owners. Plantation multiplied wealth that still exists today. So when Farrakhan said that we build America, this is what he means. That's not a metaphor. That's math. It's history. It is real. Reality. Because even after slavery, the struggle never ended. Up to now, black people are still struggling to build the country. When we say about Jim Crow law, legalized segregation, black veterans fought for the freedom overseas, okay? And came home to face lynch mobs. So, redlining too was there. It kept black people off neighborhoods and wealth. There's something called Tulsa, burned down, Philadelphia, bombed, and yet black people still rose. Now, black people built Harlem, they built Atlanta, they built Detroit and Chicago. Black people created music, language, and a lot of culture, fashion that it's defining the world. When you talk about the American music, hip hop, rap, music, blues, all of this was built by black people. Let's talk about fashion. The fashion that is trending worldwide, it's worldwide. It's because of the black people. But respect is still denied. And white America is living off this black struggle. Is benefiting from the fashion of black people. Is benefiting from the music of black people without even paying dues, without even paying respect to whoever need to be paid. And Farrakhan said, we are the most disrespected. Not even Farrakhan. I know. Black people are the most disrespected and protected and neglected. You see that? So, when you talk about American culture, what is American culture without black people? What is American culture without black people? Jazz, blues, gospel, hip-hop, R&B. What is that music without black people? All these came from black innovations. What about the inventions? When you talk about the traffic lights, the gas mask, the super soaker, all from black minds. But they are trying every day to whitewash everything so that it's seen that it was from white people's mind. So the kids who are born nowadays, they are not reading or they are not learning in schools the true history. They are learning history that is fake history. History that is telling them that black people are no longer something in this country. History that is telling them white America are the one who built America. And that's why Donald Trump is trying to whitewash America. Donald Trump said he want to make America great again. It's not great again. He meant he want to make America white again. That's what he meant. Even the internet era shaped by black people, black Twitter, black influencers, and black creativity. The image of America is rooted in black style and black genius. If you think I'm lying, do your research. So again, how can black people be at the center of everything and still treated like trash? How? Black Americans are not guests in America. Black Americans are America. Black Americans are the real America. Without black people, there's no America. There is no America. So, we should not ask for respect. We should command it by how we walk, how we talk, and how we live. It should tell us that we are not asking. We ain't begging for respect. As black people, we are demanding and we command it for respect. That's it. We're not begging. We are not demanding because respect is not a favor. It's a debt. And this debt, they owe us. They owe black people respect. Just like reparations. When I talk about owing, just like reparations. Reparations is not charity. Reparations is not fundraising. Reparation it's a refund of how black people sweat, blood, sweat to build with a lot of pain. A lot of them were eliminated. A lot of them were denied access to better health, were denied access to better education, were denied access to own homes, were denied access to own wealth. So it's not begging, okay? America can't keep benefiting from black people and black excellence while denying black people's justice. White America cannot continue enjoying and benefiting from white privilege, and this privilege, the word privilege, is black people. Yes, white stands for the white Americans, but the word privilege means black people. So America is benefiting from white privilege, meaning it's benefiting from black people. You get that? So when you talk about from education to housing to healthcare, black people still get less, but they do more. So the question is, when does America pay what it owes? That's the question I'm putting out there, because I'm growing, I'm learning, and I've come to read and to know a lot of things. My knowledge has expanded from how I understand FBS, Foundational Black Americans, how I understand slavery, how I understand everything. And when I see African people are trying to neglect black Americans or to disrespect black Americans, I get like, okay, how can this happen? Because black Americans, we can say that Africans are the real deal, but black Americans are one of the real deal. So this goes just beyond America. You know, Europe, the Caribbean, South America, the entire Western world over its power to African exploitation. You know, Farrakhan often said this, we must reconnect with Africa, and which is true. And that's why every day I preach of unity of black Americans and Africans. I want to see that one day to happen. Oh my God damn it. I love to see Africans and black Americans talking one language. Now, before I see Africans and black Americans uniting, I want to see Africa uniting. I want to see people supporting Burkina Faso, supporting Ibrahim Traore. I want to see that we are out of this neo-colonization. Now, after us uniting, it's very easy for black Americans to unite with us because we will be so strong. So I understand it starts with us Africans uniting. After us Africans uniting, then we go on to the next, uniting the whole world, because Africa is the mother. When the home is beautiful, when the home is strong, when the home is giving, when the home is, is on point, then even visitors can enjoy. Our cousins can come home, enjoy, and everything. They will not come home and, stay like they are struggling again. So it's not just about, America, white people. No, even black people, we must unite here in Africa first. Now, black American build America under chains. Imagine what we could build if we have the freedom. You get that? Imagine what we could build if we work together, Africans and black Americans. And if they build America under chain, this America you see, the America you are running to go there. Imagine what will happen if we unite as Africans and build this. That's future. It's power. Now, I know Louis Farrakhan isn't perfect, okay? But when it comes to telling the truth about black people's role in America, he's absolutely right. And I've come to love Louis Farrakhan. I've come to love what he said. It's just recently I've started listening to his speech, and I love it so much. So black people built America, and for that they deserve more than just thanks. They deserve policy, they deserve land, they deserve protection, they deserve respect. And if America won't give it, then black people, let's build it ourselves. Let's build it ourselves from the ground up. You have done this before. We can do it again. Let's reconnect maybe with the motherland, or, there's some way we can get and build it. Okay? So, if you feel this message hits at home, tell me in the comment section, what do you think? Drop a comment. What do you think about this video? Because today I stayed listening to the video and speeches of Black or Louis Farrakhan, and that's why I came up with this idea. Let me talk about this one. Black people we don't beg. Let us not sin like we are begging. Let us not fall in the trap of the system. No, don't align yourself with power. Let's create our own power. Let's not be fools. And let not be fooled. Let us be a fooler. You understand what I'm saying? So we need to get up as black people. We need to see where the crack is. If we cannot receive our respect here, then we must get our respect by building it ourselves. As we build this America, we need to build our respect once more. And we can do that by unity. And unity of black Americans and Africans can work. Okay? That's a nice, was a nice video I did. I think so. Let's keep building. Let's keep speaking truth. This is the Kenyan Beast. And here we don't just make content. We make history real. Until next episode, peace out.